see. Are we working? We look like we are working to me. Alright, let's see. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, cool. Alright, we look like we're working. We're gonna wiggle woggle that guy a little bit. Alright. Well, what are we up to today? We are back with a game. We are gonna play some StarQuest again. But today, we're gonna play the new horde mode from One Page Rules that came out this week. So, up on the One Page Rules website, if you go to your game of choice, in this case StarQuest, they need to real talk. They need to release this axolotl as a model. But in this case, StarQuest, there's a new thing for horde mode right here, which is pretty darn cool. So I figured we would go over the rules and then give it a go. So my understanding is that this is kind of like a defense thing that gets harder as it goes, and your guys continuously like upgrade and get new loot and stuff like during that match, and then kind of resets at the end. Kind of like a roguelike, sort of, I think is the intent with this, which is pretty fun. So I figured we would give her a go and see how it works out. And I've got some new fun guys. Blurp. Blurp. Yeah, I printed all the ones that I was painting up that we had unboxed and kit bashed. And I got them all painted. So we got some new fun enemies this time who should be a little more shooty. Because a lot of the enemies we've been fighting lately have been... All the enemies have been very melee oriented. So these enemies should be a little more shooty, which should be pretty cool. Alright, so let's see what we got. Horde mode rules allow a player to face off against ever-increasing enemy waves, trying to survive to get a high score. Regular party, however, it adjusts all your characters down to level 1. Alright, you need your enemies like normal, and you need a battlefield. They say play this on a 4x4. I'm playing it on the Death Cube, because the Death Cube is cool. Alright, so we're going to need objective markers, numbered 1 through 5. Alright. To put out on the board, and one of those goes on each section of the table. And then we put out 4 search tokens as well. And then our heroes deploy in the center. And this game mode keeps going until all of our heroes die, all the objectives get blown up, or we've reached to wave 10. Now, the way the waves work is that every time we get to 6 alertness, we get a new wave. And before every wave, we can like spend our experience and our money and stuff like that. So, honestly, I think this might be a little bit longer of a play mission. So we'll see kind of how that goes. But let's go ahead and we're going to basically get set up. Excuse me. Keep wiggling this thing with my belly. Apologies. That's the dice cam. All right. There we go. Moved over to the right chat. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and get set up. So we need 5 objective tokens, or 5 objective markers. I used to literally have some right there. Okay, in that case, we'll go ahead and we will use some dice. Get the big dice tray. All right, let's see. Oh, there's some in here, I guess. All right. Apologies, it is one of them days. Okay, I can count to 5, maybe. All right, I got 5 dice. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put them around on our board. Let's go ahead and let's say one is here, because I think this control panel is cool. Um, and we'll get some scatter terrain out and put that out as we kind of go along. All right, so let's at least put one on every floor first. So we go. What model is the Rocket Croc? He is from the One Page Rules Kickstarter, Broken Truth. I think he's just called a gator. I can tell you exactly what he is in a minute. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna set another one here. This is gonna be our number 2. Let's go ahead. But yeah, he's actually from One Page Rules. He's a official One Page Rules mini. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and we'll put another one. Let's see. Put another one down here. Oop, wiggle woggle. This is Mr. Camera. So this will be number 3. Number 3. Let's see. I want to put one like right here. We'll use this control panel. That control panel can be 1 too. So that'll be number 4. Let's see. Do we want another one on the top level or do we want another one on the bottom level? Let's do another one on the bottom level. And we'll just do this control panel too. And then let's put some more scatter out. And scatter is always fun. All right, let's see. I'm just going to throw some scatter out. We are a little behind on life today, so a lot of the recouping I expected to do this long weekend did not happen. So we got to put some doors on too. Here we go. We got some more doors. We'll put that one in there like that. So the doors require that you do a skill action to open them. That's how we've been playing the doors so far anyway. Alright, let's see. We got some more scatter. We got a weapon rack. Let's see. Go ahead and put some of these around because they're cool. Because they look cool. I'll go ahead and just put them around. We'll put one up top. No, put one in here. And then we will go ahead. I got one more out. We'll go ahead and we'll put it there. Like that. Okay. All right. All our objectives are out, and we've got some scatter out as well. Um, okay, let's see. He is officially called an aspiring Gator veteran, but we can go look at what his real name is. Let's see. Saurian Star Host. Which pack is he in? Do 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 do. Yeah, he's one of the plastic ones from Broken Truth. But he is a. Oh, sorry, I wasn't even on the freaking thing. Oh, these are all. Oh, here we go. He's one of these, but the sci-fi version. um, let's see. They got to be on here somewhere. They literally might just be called Gators. Yeah, they're just called Gators. Yeah, this is what he is. Except he doesn't have the plastic one that came in Broken Tooth doesn't have the hand pistols. He has like knuckles instead. But yeah, I guess they're literally just called Gators. I am surviving. That is how I am doing. Much better now. We got some one-page rules to play. Gonna get me through the day, man. All right, so let's go back and let's look at that new rule set a little bit more. So we also need to put out 4 loot tokens. I'll do that really quick as well. And then what do we do? What do we do after that? Let's see. We put out 4 loot tokens. Roll 1 die. On a 1 to 5, the objective with the number counts as a priority objective. Okay, so we're going to pick a priority objective. And on 6, you may pick which objective counts as the priority objective instead. Number is rolled for which there is no objective. Keep re-rolling. Okay. So we pick a priority objective. Okay. The total point value of the enemy unit is X times 25% of the total point value of the heroes. The app should do this for us, so we shouldn't have to figure that out. Oh! And then we deploy our waves. Because we're going to be on the death cube, we're not going to be using this deployment. We'll figure out our own. And then at the end of each round, if any enemy is in 3 inches of an objective marker while heroes aren't, then place 1 damage marker on the objective. Once an objective has taken 3 damage markers, it is destroyed and removed from the table. At the end of each round, increase alertness by 1. If there are no enemies, increase it by 2 instead. Once you reach 6, the wave ends and alertness is removed. And then a bunch of stuff happens at the end of each wave. Because really, I get the feeling like the intent of this. That was my 3D printer being done printing. I'm printing a fantasy version of the Death Cube. Uh, uh, the intent of this is really to be like a roguelike, where your characters kind of level up every time. Now, the Army Forge app should make our lives a million times easier. So, we're going to start a solo horde mode, and I'm going to take Mr. Gator, Mr. Lizard, and Mr. Gecko. And we are going to fight our new Badlands Nomads. Wait, okay, here we go. That's the one we're using, the one for the Death Cube. And we're going to go ahead and start our mission. Okay. 16 available, 16 total. Wave 1. Okay, interesting. I wonder if it's actually going to run through each unit. Oh, that would be kind of cool. Like you could actually deplete the enemy forces. That would be pretty neat. All right, I'm just gonna place some of these loot tokens out really quick, and then there we go. Just toss some loot tokens out. All right, so let's see. What do we do? What do we do? We need to generate ourselves a wave. So we're gonna have a unit of nomad fighters and a nomad beast rider. Okay. All right, and then we need to pick the priority objective. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and pick the priority objective. Survey says number 3. So I'm going to go find number 3, and that's going to be our priority objective. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set myself a 3 dice off to the side so I remember it every turn. Because there's a lot of dice floating around on the board right now, so there's enough dice on the board already. So I'm going to put that off to the side. 3 is our priority objective. All right. Okay, now we need to place our enemies. So we're going to place a beast rider. Let's see. This beast rider has a pistol. Okay. I've got one with a pistol. And then we have a unit of fighters. Okay. 1, 2. Are they just the double weapon fighters, or are they the ones with the pistols? Oh, these are the ones with the pistols. Okay. Sorry, I literally just made these guys, so I'm not mega familiar with the models, to be honest, yet. Let's see. We need one more with pistols. That'll do. Okay. All right. Let's see. Uh, where is the first? Where's the beast rider going to spawn? What level is he going to spawn on? 1, 2, or 3? I'm going to roll myself a d6. The purple dice is for the beast rider. The other one is for the nomads. All right, so beast rider is going to spawn on area 2. I'm going to have him spawn on one of the loot tokens. And then those guys are going to spawn on area 1 on one of the tokens. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to put them up here. So they're going to be up here. Yeah, our cool Rusty Raider guys. I love them. They're so good. So these are the GW Ash Nomads. I tried to paint them up like the Altor Raiders from Red Faction Guerrilla. That's what I kind of tried to base them on. And then down below, we've got our bug. So, all right. So let's see. What do they do? What do they do? Okay. Deploy the wave. Deployment. All right. We deployed. Play the mission. All right. Alertness. Okay. We're not going to do any optional challenges. We got enough going on for our first game. How do I determine what the enemies prioritize? Let's see. Do they just move like normal, or do they have special? Let's see. Do they have horde mode, core rules, campaign builder? All right, let's go see if they have a special solo rule set somewhere. Oh, that's really cool. I might actually do that. I would like to have some of those physical books. The one that they have is fantastic. The one that came with Broken Truth is fantastic book. All right, let's see. Game resources. Age of Fantasy, Age of Fantasy, Age of Fantasy, Grimdark Future, solo and co-op roles. Okay, let's see. Is there one specifically for Horde mode? Future Firefight, Quest. This is the same one as I'm reading. All right, let's check Firefight. Solo and co-op. Yeah, it's probably more accurate than the full Grimdark Future. Uh, okay, yeah, this is the full tree then. Mm, are there any valid objectives not under AI control? Okay. Um, okay, so it looks like they prioritize moving towards the objectives. Okay. All right. Are there enemies in the way? Okay. Okay. All right. I'm kind of surprised there isn't a separate decision tree for StarQuest, but I guess really they function the same as um really like it logically functions the same as Grimdark Future Firefight. But really they probably should have just put those in here, to be honest. Because doesn't the default one-page rules one have doesn't it have the default StarQuest one? Doesn't it have a decision tree in it? Skill actions. Yeah, it does. Okay. We'll use this activation tree. That makes the most sense to me. Yeah. So I guess you just download both sets of the rules. You download the standard StarQuest one and the Horde mode one. That's fine. All for free too. Hell yeah, let's go. Um okay, so they will move to the objectives and basically hold position. All right. That's easy enough. We can do that. That's nice and easy. Okay. Sorry. I thought I was on comp that whole time. Apologies. What I was doing, yeah, what I was doing is I was looking through all of these rules. Apologies. I thought I was doing that along with you. Um, so there are AI activations in both Grimdark Future Firefight, and in StarQuest. I'm going to use the AI activation tree from StarQuest here, because there isn't a separate one in Horde mode. Um, which is fine. I don't know. My brain was like it should be in there, but it's fine. Um, so we're just going to use this decision tree for our AI guys. Okay, and with that, finally, we are ready to rock. All of our setup is done. I think I've been setting up for like 20 minutes. Apologies. That's what learning a new game goes. All right, so let's take a look at our boys. Let's see. What are we gonna do? We need to get to objective number 3, which is down all the way in the lowest level. However, if my guys split up too much, they might get overwhelmed. So I think what we will do we get points for holding the objectives or just for keeping the enemies off of them? Okay, we get points for we get 2 XP for every objective we seized, plus an extra 1 if it was the primary objective. Okay, all right, we can do that. Yeah, okay. So I think we're gonna try to clean house a little bit, to be honest. Um, we could try to bunker down a little. Mm, nah, we'll leave it as is. We'll leave it as is. All right. Mr. Gecko here, he's going to go ahead and he's going to try to get to this loot container over here. So what we're going to have him do is he's just going to do a regular move. And then he's going to try to do a skill action to open this door. So he just needs a quality test for that. So we're going to roll that real quick. What actually is his quality? Let's see. What is Mr. Gecko's quality? Mr. Gecko's quality is a 4+. Okay. And he rolled a 1. So he tried to jimmy the door open and did jack all. So that's fine. um yeah. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna move Mr. Lizard over here. And he's gonna stay near that objective. So we don't get points for the end of every round. At the end of every round, we get a point for the end of every wave. So that means once we hit 6 of the next alertness, we'll get a point. All right, and last but not least, Mr. Gator. You know what? Mr. Gator last time was a murder machine, so let's go have him be murder machine again. And he's going to go ahead and he's going to do his charge into these guys. Meow. Bonk. He's like, hi guys. Yeah, he's gonna charge into those guys. We're gonna say he's in the door, but he's a little bit of a big boy. All right, and he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna beat the shit out of them. So, Mr. Gator's got 4+. He has a heavy mace and power knuckles. So we'll go ahead and we'll do the purple dice, and there we go. All right, so he's got power knuckles at 3, so that's going to be the purple. He's got a heavy mace at 1, so that's going to be this clear guy, and then he has stomp, which is going to be these two here. All right, we're looking for 4-ups. Okay, all of those hit at 2 AP. So my 3 defenders need to roll. Let's see, they are defense 5+. All right, so that's a 6, so that auto passes. So we're gonna lose 2 of them. Okay, now they get to hit back, which in this case is going to be one-hand weapon for 2 attacks. That's going to be 1 hit. Does Mr. Gator save it on a, I want to say 5? We'll roll it. I think it's a 5. It doesn't matter either way. He doesn't save it. All right, Mr. Gator is already down a wound. Nope. There we go. Ay, ay, ay. All right, we'll put a dice next to Mr. Gator. Okay, and with that, we'll go over to the enemies activation. They're just going to keep fighting through this doorway, because apparently doorway battle is what it's all about today. They're just all about fighting in that doorway. So repeating what they just did, 2 attacks, but now this guy is tired, so he's hitting on 6s, so he does jack shit. Mr. Gator's going to hit back, same deal as before, but now he's hitting on 6s. Rolled 1-6. Does the homie save it? He does not. Crunch. Gone. Okay. Well, that's an easy start to the match, I guess. Knocked one guy right out all the way. All right, so we're just gonna roll over then into turn 2. Let's see. Is there a way to track alertness in this? So normally there's like an alertness thing that you upgrade it here. I guess we're gonna have to track it by hand. That kind of sucks. The alertness thing was nice. All right, we'll track it by hand. That's fine. So we're up to 1 alertness. All right. And then we're over to turn 2. Okay. So let's see. I think I'm going to keep Mr. Lizard there. I think he'll do a good job. Mr. Gecko is going to try to get in this door again because he wants to get to that loot. He's a lootin'. So quality check. He gets a 4. All right, the door is now open, and Mr. Gecko is going to go inside. However, because he used his skill to open the door, he can't now loot this box again. So he'll just have to hang out with it, unfortunately. All right. Our buddy right here, I think he actually has a heal ability. Let me double check. Doesn't he have a heal? I think he does. Oh, I keep forgetting Primal. So Primal's a rule all the Saurians have, where when they get a hit, if it's a 6, it's an extra hit. I need to remember that. Okay, yeah. So Mr. Lizard has a heal, so he's gonna try to use his heal on our buddy. It looks like it is a willpower test, so he needs a 4 up. So he says he gets a 3, so nothing there. So then he's just gonna stay where he is. Huh. I forgot to move this guy last turn. Well, what he would have done is he would have moved up here, and he would have made that objective take a damage. That's what he would have done. So that objective is taking a damage. I think these like bug guys, they're like looting the place, and our lizards are trying to loot it before them. It's like a race to loot. All right. Well, Mr. Gator, he's gonna keep doing work, and he's gonna charge that bug. Blop. What's up? And he's gonna beat the shit out that bug. So same rolls as before. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Same rolls as before. Survey says we got a 6, so that's going to count as 2, and then these are both hits as well. And then we'll go ahead and we'll add 1 for that extra. Let's see if Mr. Bug saves it. All right, let's check Mr. Bug's rules. Let's see. Mr. Bug, he has something called bounding. It's activated. You may place all models anywhere fully within D3 plus 1 of this position. It's kind of neat. What's Badland Hunters? Enemies that roll to block hits from this model take 1 extra wound for each unmodified roll of 1. Okay, alright, we will remember that from now on. And Striders, he could just move around terrain. And difficult terrain and stuff. Okay, so he is a defense 5, so he's going to take all 3 of those, or all 4 of those, and he is a toughness 3. So Mr. Bugaboo is also gone. I'm sorry, Mr. Bug. You were cool. I appreciate the fact that you look like a grasshopper. But you're dead now. I'm sorry, buddy. Goodbye. All right. So that was a very quick turn. Mr. Gator just did work, apparently. Yeah. All right. So that will up our alertness to 2. And then we are going to, yeah, go into turn 3. Mr. Gator is going to move over here. He's going to try to loot this thing. He's going to auto loot it because he's near it. And then we can see what he gets. All right, so we're going to discover a search token for Mr. Gator. Let's do ourselves a little handy dandy roll. Survey says he got a 5, which is a kit box, and he got a health kit. That's cool. All right. Bonk. There we go. Just so you guys can see the app. Apologies. I guess that's a med kit is what he got, even though it says health kit on the other thing. Okay. All right, well, that's Mr. Gator. I'm going to keep Mr. Lizard just still holding that middle point. And then we'll go ahead and we'll have this guy search this thing. So let's see what he gets. He rolled a 3. A 3 is an injector pouch. And he got a frenzy injector. You know, honestly, if I was digging around in this rusty hellhole, I would not be just picking up random needles and shoving them in myself, right? That seems like a really bad idea. But, I mean, I'm also not a space lizard, so who knows, right? All right, so he did that. We need to get him down to the lower levels, so we're going to have him move. I love this wiggly ruler. It makes moving around the death cube so much easier. All right, we're going to have him move. He's going to go right there. And yeah, that's going to be that turn. So, oh shit, let's see. Turn 1, Gator is here. Turn 2, Gator charged. That should have actually been 3. And then 2 more is going to put us at 5. All right, so we're at 5. Next turn, we are going to, we're going to start a new wave, actually. So we'll get to see what happens in between the waves. All right, so let's see what we got. We'll have you advance again. Let's see. And we'll have you try to open that door. Down and over to this door. And then he's going to try to open the door in a quality test. He rolls a 1. That door is really stuck. All right, and then we're going to go ahead, and because this is going to be the last wave, we're going to have Mr. Gator move over here to the objective, because I think that makes sense. Let's see, we looted this one, and we looted that one. We'll take those off the board. Oh yeah, our buddy up top's just going to keep holding position. Okay, well that's going to be the end of that round, and that's going to put us at 7 alertness, which is going to roll over into a new wave. So let's go see what the rules do when we roll into a new wave. At the end of each wave, any heroes within 3-inch objective marker While enemies aren't, then the objective counts as seized. The party gets 2 XP for each seized objective, plus 1 if the seized objective is primary objective. They do not make it to the primary objective because it's on the lowest level. Total of the current wave number. The party must divide the total XP as equally as possible among all heroes. Okay, so they're going to get 4 times 2. Whenever a hero earns enough XP to level up, they improve one of their stats, picking up the available options. Okay, so let's see. Whenever a hero earns enough XP to level up, okay. There sees the primary objective. Then the party must divide the total XP as equally as possible amongst the things. Okay, okay. So let's go look at the app. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to complete wave. The wave was successful. All right. Let's see. This guy would have gotten. We'll say that Mr. Gator did most of the work, so we'll give him the 2. Actually, we'll go ahead and we'll give him the. Let's see. We got 4, right? We got 3 guys, so he'll get 2. Okay. Does he get credits every round too, or just experience? Okay, he just gets experience. Okay. All right. So we'll give him the 2, and we'll give him we'll give him 1 skill. See what we got. Um. What's protector? That's kind of cool. We'll do that. All right. Do we have any money? We have 10 credits. Um. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll take a second power knuckle. Is what we'll do. Yep. Okay, and then we go over to Mr. Lizard. He got 1 experience. He also has 10 credits. We want to upgrade anything for him. I want him to have a spike pistol because that's what he has. So yeah, we'll just keep that as is. And then Mr. Gecko also got 1 XP, and he also got 10 credits. Uh, crap. There's a lot going on here, huh? All right, we'll just go as is. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to generate a wave. All right, so we got a round of Nomad Fighters. We have another Beast Rider, and we have a Waste Killer. Okay. All right, so let's figure out where they go. All right, survey says, boop, boop, boop. I'm going to go ahead and we'll roll some dice. Uh, Nomad Fighters are going on the top level. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we will spawn them up here. The Beast Rider is going to go ahead and go on the middle level. And the Waste Killer is also going to go up here. So we'll go ahead and we'll put the Waste Killer right there. Let me find somebody for that. There's this cool guy. He's got like a bug spear and a little stabby knife. He'll be the guy. Um, and then the bug guy is going on the second level. So Mr. Bug Guy, we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna put him right here. This is gonna be a bug guy with the pistol. So he's gonna be then we're just gonna use the same model. Because all my other bug guys have spears and stuff. Alright, and then we are into wave 2. Interesting. Okay. Alright, so let's see. You can kind of leave the objectives until the round is like over. Oh, we need to see what the activated objective is. It's going to be number 2. So it's going to be, where's number 2? It's going to be that one. All right. So we need to get to that one. All right, let's try to have him open the door again. He's going to do a quality roll, try to get that door open. All right, he got it open. And now he's going to blast Mr. Bugaboo. Pew, 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 pew. That's what he's going to do. So we're looking at... what are we looking at here? We're looking at 3 attacks, 12-inch AP 1. All right, let's go. Looking for quality 4. Does he have any special abilities or anything? He's got one for checking boxes, I think, right? Yeah, that's it. Alright, does Primal count for this? For each unmodified roll of a 6 to hit when attacking, this model may roll 1 attack, plus 1 attack with that weapon. This roll... Okay, doesn't matter. Alright. 1 hit into Mr. Bug. Mr. Bug save it? He does not. Alright, Mr. Bug's going to take a wound. Mr. Bug is probably not happy about that. Alright. I think we'll go over here, and what we'll do is we'll have Mr. Lizard move up and shoot that fucker in the door. Because, man, this doorway is like the war zone. Why is it the war zone? I don't know. But this doorway really is the war zone. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna have a little shootout over this doorway, like we had a fight over this doorway earlier. So he now has that spike pistol that we picked up from the vendor. So let's see what that does. That is 3 attacks with rending. What does rending do? Unmodified rolls of 6 to hit. Gets AP 4. Okay. He is quality 4. He missed all of his shots. Awesome. Awesome. Well, it's not really a whole lot else for him to do. So he's just going to hang out there. And we're going to come back to Mr. Gator. Now, Mr. Gator, he's been doing the work for us, right? He's been killing everything, doing a good job. What is he going to do now? Can he get to this punchy guy with a charge? I'm going to say no. But I bet you he can get to that bug with a charge. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to charge that bug. Whoosh, Mr. Gator. He's going to come over here. So one thing I do want to point out, all right, these are the official one-page rules minis, the Gator guys. Look at how nice they are. Like, compared to the GW minis, right? Like, the GW is like the highest quality you can pretty much get. And you can barely see a difference. Like, he looks just as fucking good. And it's just really worth, in my opinion, pointing out. It's really nice. So, anyway, he's going to charge in. Let's see, we got a whole bunch of punchy time. We got 6 punchy time. and 2 stompy time. See, there we go. All right, so hits, 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 hits. And then we're going to get 2 more attempted attacks because of the thingy. All right, we just rolled another one, so we're going to get another one. All right, there we go. Okay, he needs to dodge all of this. Are you going to do it, Mr. Bug? Probably not. Probably not. That's a definitely not. All right. Mr. Gator continues to do work. And our bug friend is gone. Blech. Okay. Well, since Mr. Gator's next to this loot objective, he's going to check that. Because why the fuck not, right? So I rolled a 3. Which is an injector. And I got a 5, which is another frenzy injector. Okay. Man, he's just cleaning up. Okay, cool. All right. So over to the enemy turn then. All right. So these guys, they're all going to go ahead and move out. And they're going to try to get to this objective and stay there. So. Bonk. Yeah, more than enough. Yeah. So they're going to hang out by this objective. There's not really a way, if you look at the angle, there's not really a way to like angle it so they could shoot at the guy. So they're just going to hang out by the objective. And then our buddy over here, he's going to go ahead and he's going to charge in Mr. Gator. Bonk. So, because of their positioning, it kind of looks like they're dancing. So let's see. We killed the Beast Rider. He's gone. Nomad Fighters. Okay. What does this guy got? He has... oh, I guess he's actually more of a shooty guy. This one's supposed to be. Didn't realize that. Okay. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just have him shoot. We'll have him stay back and shoot then. Yeah. That's what we'll do. We'll just have him. Actually, you know what? He could actually get near that objective and start destroying it. And then he could shoot at Mr. Gecko. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I'm also going to switch this guy to being a shooty model so that I know he's supposed to be shooting. Alright, so we'll have him move. Huzzah! Huzzah! So he's going to go ahead, he's going to drop down, he's going to stay here by this objective, and he's going to put a cap into Mr. Gecko down there. That's what he's going to do. Alright, so shooting. He has a power blaster, attack 6. He is quality 4 plus. He has something called Relentless. What is that? Okay. He's not over 9 inches away, but it's good to know. Okay. Alright, so we got 4 defense dice for Mr. Gecko. Mr. Gecko didn't save a single goddamn one of those. Fucking ouch. Oh, man, Mr. Gecko. That hurt, buddy. That hurt a lot, my friend. And then he's also going to blow this shit up. Moving that up to a 2. Alright, and then these guys up here are going to blow this one up as well, so we'll put a 1 damage wound on that one. Okay. So rolling up into 1 alertness. What are we looking at? Choices. Let's see. I think we'll go ahead and we'll take Mr. Lizard and we'll move him. We'll do a move and shoot with him. So he can move there and he can shoot at the Wasteland Killer guy. So it's going to be 3 shots with the needle pistol. Right? It's 3 shots with the needle pistol. Yeah, 3 shots with rending. 2 hits, 1 has AP 4. Okay. Guy doesn't save either of them, so he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna take 2 wounds. Bleh, bleh. Alright. 2 wounds on him. And then our buddy, Mr. Healer Dino, he's gonna try to use his heal ability again. It's gonna be a willpower 4 test. He's gonna try to heal one of the gecko's wounds. He rolled a 6, so we're gonna heal Mr. Gecko up 1 wound. Alright. Let's see. We need to get that guy. We need to get that guy off that objective, or he's going to blow it up at the end of this round. So we can do that. We're going to have Mr. Gecko back up a little bit. And he's going to go ahead. He's going to try to pop a cap at that guy. So we're looking at 3 attacks for the pistol, AP 1. Not a single one hits. Okay, good to know. Well, that's the end of your action there, Mr. Gecko. All right, Mr. Gator, you looted that, whatever it was. Where do we want to send Mr. Gator? We can send Mr. Gator back up top. That's a whole lot of up and down. I think we're going to actually send Mr. Gator over to this big objective over here. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to have Mr. Gator go chunka, 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 chunka. And he's going to come over and hold this objective. Because that one will get them 1 extra XP. Okay, and that's going to be the end of Ally's turn, which unfortunately means that this bastard blows this objective up. So that objective is now gone. Or he looted it all or something, but it's destroyed. The one up here is going to move to 2 because these guys are going to hold their position. Now, this guy is going to go ahead and he's going to shoot. He's going to shoot at the gecko again because that's the wounded enemy. So we're looking at 6 attacks. Oh. Ow. Fucking. Okay. Just so you guys can appreciate the ow that just occurred. Yeah. That's a whole lot of ow. Okay. Crap. Alright, Mr. Gecko. I'm sorry, buddy. This is not a good time for you. You save 1. And you take 4 more wounds. Holy bejesus, Mr. Gecko. You are getting eaten alive, bruh. That's a 6. That's a 1. It's his dice. Youch, Mr. Gecko. Oh, dude. Okay. Alertness goes up by 1. We're now on alertness 2. Ow. You know what? I forgot to turn the freaking lights on. 2 weeks ago, I went through all that hassle of putting the lights in. I totally forgot to turn them on. There we go. I totally forgot to turn the lights on the death cube. Yeah. Buongiorno. This looks so cool. Is that thing in 28 acolyte rolls? Where's the scenery from? It looks aces. So I'm trying out the horde mode from one page rules. They just published this week, so I figured I would give it a go. The scenery is my death cube. So this is pieces from Saucerman Studios that I 3D printed. Like this. They all come in like kind of chunks, and you sort of put them together how you want. The intent of these pieces is to basically make a nicer version of that like spaceship board that GW had. But I decided that it would be really cool if I built it into like kind of like a stacked facility, like a hive. Um, and then I put it on uh I put it on a Lazy Susan. So I'm currently working on a fantasy version of it. Actually, the another piece of it just finished printing a minute ago at the start of the round. So it's pretty fun. But yeah, it's all FDM printed. The scatter train's from GW, just because it's the sci-fi scatter train I have. So, the one that I'm printing now, I'm gonna do full walkthrough video for on the channel, of how to make it. Because this one I was really low energy and not feeling super good, so I kind of did this hobby entirely by myself because I just needed something to focus on. Um, but the next one I'm gonna do as like a channel stream thing. So yeah, so there will be a full video on that. Void War into the dark scenery. It's really good. The vertical adds a lot. Yeah, it's really fun. It also means that characters don't generally get a lot of movement in a skirmish game. So because the most longest distance these guys move is like 6 inches, it means they can go up or down a level, and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I like the Death Cube a lot. But like I said, I'm gonna do a whole video on running through how I built it and all, but um, yeah, I'm printing the pieces out for that now to do that video. All right, so we're into the next round. This guy needs to fucking die. So 3 shots. You know what? We'll go ahead and we will move ourselves down, and we'll move between him and the gecko to try to defend Mr. Gecko. That's what we'll do. All right, and then 3 shots from the pistol. Bra, bra, bra. 2 hits. All right, including 1-6, which means we get an extra shot. Does it hit? It hits. Hell yeah. All right, does our enemy save him? What defense is this killer? Killer is 5. He does not save them. He is gone. Finally, Mr. Lizard does something. Our killer is gone. Unfortunately, these guys at the top are just going to keep destroying that thing. There's basically nothing I can do about it at this point. But Mr. Lizard, he's going to try to use his ability to heal his friend here. So he needs a 4-up. He rolled a 2. So Mr. Lizard is not a very good healer. But let it be said, he tries. Let it be said, he tries. Okay. Let's see. What's Mr. Lizard gonna do? Or Mr. Gecko. What is Mr. Gecko gonna do? He doesn't really have a way to heal himself. Does he have any useful abilities? No, not really. He has an ability that he can hide, but he doesn't need that right now, so... Alright. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and we'll just have him start trying to get to other objectives, I guess. So let's see, which ones are on this level? We've got this one. The other one got blown up on this level, which means there's only 2 left on the bottom level, plus the one that's about to get exploded. So what we'll do is we'll have him... You know what? He's just going to go down these freaking steps. That's what he's going to do. He's going to do an advance. He's going to get down these steps and almost to that objective. That's what he's going to do. So he's going to get to like right there, essentially. There we go. So he's almost on the objective to hold it. And then let's see. Mr. Gator's holding this one. I think we'll leave him, and I think we'll try to get to the bottom. The bottom. Yeah, so we're going to leave Mr. Gator there. We're going to leave Mr. Gator there. And yeah, just go over to the enemy round. They're going to blow up their objective up here. Which means that next turn they're going to be trying to get out into the battle. Which is unfortunate, but yeah. Okay, so alertness goes up by 1, meaning we're at 3 alertness. And we are into the next round. Let's see. Mr. Lizard is going to follow suit to Mr. Gecko. He's going to get down here to the lowest level because that's where all my guys are basically retreating to. And then he's going to try to heal Mr. Gecko. Let's see. Survey says I need a 4-up. Got a 4-up. All right, we can get rid of one of these dice. Mr. Gecko is going to wiggle woggle over to the objective, and he's going to hold position there. And then Mr. Gator is also going to hold position. Mr. Gator's not going to go anywhere yet. However, our friends up here, who are being assholes because they blew up our shit, they're going to continue to be assholes, and they're going to try advancing. So, all right, they're going to make it about halfway down the steps. Bonk, bonk, bonk. There they go. Hang out on the steps. Actually make them look they're actually looking like they're going down the steps instead of facing random ways. There they go. All right. They're holding off on the steps. Okay, and that's going to be that round, so it's going to put us at 4. All right, let's see. Well, Mr. Lizard is going to move to this. He can actually kind of get between both of those, so he's going to try to loot that. Survey says he got a 4 and a 3. Mr. Lizard got a 4 and a 3, which is going to be a noise grenade. Okay. Mr. Gecko's just going to stay where he is. And Mr. Gator's going to do the same, which means the only movement we have is really these guys here. And they're just going to advance. Basically like they've been doing. And they're going to try to get to another objective. And they're going to come down here. All right. And then next round is up. So it's going to put us at 5 alertness. And yeah. I want my guys to be near the damn objectives. So Uh, yeah, I think the two guys are on the bottom are just going to hold position. I think Mr. Gator is too. I don't think he's going to do anything. He's just going to hold position too. However, he is about to be charged. So he is about to get charged, which kind of sucks for him. He's about to get charged by these three cronies here. So let's see. 1, 2, and 3. All right. And they each, I think, have attacks 2, right? Nope, attacks 2, so it's going to be 6 attacks hitting on 5s. So that is going to be 2 hits. And then these guys have some kind of rule for hitting. What is it? Roll to block hits. Models weapons take -1 extra wound for each unmodified result of a 1 that they roll. Okay. All right. Well, he blocks 1, takes 1. However, that means he now gets to hit back. So we're looking at 6 dice for his power knuckles, 2 dice for his stomp. Wow, that's really bad. That's super bad. Dude, why? How? Alright. Well, at least they don't save them, so we wipe out 2 guys. But it's not going to be enough. Because I think it's within 3 inches of an objective is how you count. So what we'll do is we'll still bounce this guy back an inch. So we'll say, bitch, get in this other room. Just like picked him up and tossed him through the fucking door. But I think we count it by looking at, yeah, within 3 inches, which means we're not going to get a point for this one, which sucks. So we defended the hell out of that. So I was hoping Mr. Gator would just crush everybody like last time. But no luck. Okay. All right, well, that is going to put us up to 6, so we will be going into wave 3. I think whatever happens, I think we will call it at wave 3, because I do want to do some talking about this as well. And we are getting kind of up there for a game. All right, so let's see. Complete wave, wave successful. Let's see. We will have gotten 2 XP for each thing, plus we have the alerted. We don't have the alerted one because Mr. Gator didn't kill everybody. So we got 2 times 2, which means we got 6, which means everybody's going to level up once. Okay. All right. It looks like you don't inherently pick up more credits. Kind of sucks. I was hoping you did. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of hoping you just innately got more credits every time. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to generate a new wave. Whoa, okay. Damn, okay, that's a big update, or big jump in enemies. That's kind of cool. All right, so let's see. We need 2 rounds of shooter guys. We need a veteran fighter. We need 2 veteran fighters and a beast rider. I'm just rolling to see where they're going to go real quick. All right, so the beast rider is going on the top level. It's a beast rider with a sniper pistol, sniper rifle. One of the veteran fighters is going to join him as well. So we'll Add a guy up to the top. The other veteran fighter is going on the middle level. Which one is that? Let's see. Heavy pistol, hand weapon. Okay. And then 2 groups of shooty boys. The one of them is going on the bottom level, one's going on the mid level. Go. All right. I try to spawn them so they're not in line of sight right away. It's kind of one of the goals when I'm spawning stuff. All right, so let's see what we got. We have a Beast Rider up top. There he is over there with his green bug. And then we have a veteran fighter. Down below, we have another veteran fighter. And we have a unit of shooters. And all the way on the lowest level, we have a unit of shooters. Okay. Interesting. That was a really big jump in enemies. Hmm. Oh, we have to see which one is the number 5 is the activated one, which is the one down there. Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? I think Mr. Gator, I think he needs to finish the job here. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to charge that guy. Boom. He's going to fuck this guy up. So we're looking at 6 knuckles, 2 stomp. That is, wow, only 3 hits, really? Dude, Mr. Gator must be tired. And the guy saves them all. Oh wait, no. Some of these have AP. Hold on, I have to check. Let's see. Mr. Gator, which ones of yours have AP? All of them. Stomp has 1 AP. Missiles have 2 AP. Okay, so he saves none of them. So he is gone. Blah. Alright. Sweet. Okay. Well, that was Mr. Gator's hurrah there. Crap. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Mr. Gecko. Mr. Gecko is going to move up here, and he is going to use his once per game like hide ability called Infiltrating Step. And this basically means he can't be targeted. Because he hasn't shot at anybody else. So he's basically like hiding. So that's what he's going to do. Or, let's see. Can we wiggle woggle? Ugh. Can we wiggle woggle? Let's see. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Can we do it? Can we do it? Yeah, we can totally get a shot there. All right, so that's what we're going to do. He's going to take a shot with his pistol into those three guys. 3 shots. 2 hits on 6s, so it means 2 extra shots. Neither of which extra hit. But 2 shots. They don't save either of them, so he snipes 2 guys at least out of the pack before they can do anything. All right, and then over to the enemy turn. This guy's going to just hunker down, and he's going to return fire. So that's going to be shooting down this hallway, shooting at cover. That's going to be 1 shot on a 5. Oh, hits it. Does Mr. Lizard save it? He does not. Mr. Lizard takes a wound. Okay. Up to the 2nd floor. These guys, they can't really move and shoot, unfortunately, and hit anybody, but they can advance and basically get down to the lower level. So that's what they're going to do. I think my plan is that I'm going to try to have them advance back to the objective behind them while shooting. I think that's kind of fitting for enemies. And then their buddy up here, he's also, let's see, are there any objectives on the middle level anymore? Yeah, he's going to try to get up to that objective. So he's going to advance, and he's going to get to about here. And then up top, we've got some friends. This guy is just going to advance and kind of close in. And then our bug is going to do the same thing. And our bug's going to get halfway down the steps. Okay, there we go. All right, we got a bug on the steps. We got a fighter closing in. We got Mr. Lizard, Mr. Gator there. We got a guy sneaking up on Mr. Gator. Down below, we've got a stealthy gecko boy. And we've got a whole bunch of people sneaking up on Mr. Lizard, unfortunately. So it's going to put us over to 2 alertness. Crap. Well, Mr. Lizard might as well shoot at his new friends. So that's going to be 3 shots. We got 1 hit at least. Do they save it? Do not. Blah. And then, you know what? He'll move over here to at least give himself cover for when they go around the door. Because he's exposing his ass to the other guy, but the other guy's 1 shot versus 2 shots, so it makes more sense, I guess. Or, I guess, you know what? 6 inches? He could actually run in this little room here. That's what we're going to have him do. We're going to have him go and hide in this little room. Because that way everybody kind of has to come to him. Yeah. So, let's see. Mr. Gator. Mr. Gator's going to charge this guy. Jump. Alright, and that's going to be 6 attacks and 2 for the stomp. Yeah. Survey says. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. This actually gets an extra attack, which doesn't hit. Okay. Alright. Wow. 2 guaranteed hits, 2 wounds. Okay. Or 2 guaranteed saves, 2 wounds. And then that guy, the veteran dude, gets to fight back, which is gonna be attack 6 with a hand weapon. Yow. Okay. Be that way then. Looks like we got 1 hit. Yep. Does not save it. Okay. And then, well, technically this guy lost the fight, so he's the one that would get moved back. So, there we go. Um, Who's left? Mr. Gecko, right? Mr. Gecko? Um, Mr. Gecko better at melee or ranged? I think he's really a ranged guy, right? Yeah, he's really a ranged guy. So we're going to have him sneak up and try to just pop a cap in this guy. So he's going to just pop through this door here. And he's just going to drop 3 rounds into his back. Ba-da. Hit with all 3. Enemy saved 2 out of the 3, but 1 wound is more than enough. He's coming up behind and saving Mr. Lizard. All right, it's Mr. Lizard's turn, or I guess Mr. Lizard already went. It's now these bad guys' turn. So they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna move, and they're going to get on this objective, which means that at the end of this round, it's going to take a wound, which is not great. I didn't think about that. Good job, me. But they're going to shoot 2 shots, hitting on 5s. 1 hit. Does Mr. Lizard save it? He does not. It actually puts him to 3 wounds, not 2. Okay, that does mean this is going to take a wound. Next up, we got more guys moving and juving and all that stuff. Let's see. This guy's going to advance. Yeah, he's going to advance down here. This guy is also going to advance. He's going to get to about here. He's going to split off and try to fight Mr. You know what? This guy really probably should fight Mr. Mr. Gator as well. Yeah. So we'll have him advance there and try to fight Mr. Gator as well. So Mr. Gator is getting he's getting overwhelmed now, or going to be, as he holds out there. Yeah. All right, alertness goes up by 1. Once that hits 6, we're gonna go ahead and call it either way, just because it's been a while. It's been an hour and a half already. I know it took a half hour to set up about, but all right. So let's see. Mr. Gator. Shit, bro. You know what? Let's use your rocket pod. Mr. Gator's got a rocket pod. It's pretty cool. He actually does way more attacks if he punches, though. Okay, well, you know what? Since he does better in punching, we'll have him charge that guy in punch. And he's going to get the same number of attacks there. Ooh. Yeah, well, those are hits. And then we get 2 extra, one of which is a hit. All right. That guy saves 2. But he's a defense 5, so he saves 2, takes takes 4, so he is gone. All right, it's probably a little bit of overkill, but probably a little bit of overkill, but it's okay. All right, so let's see what else we got. So we wiped that guy out. Good job, Mr. Gator. Who do we got down here? We got Mr. Gecko. Can't really get anywhere to really shoot, to be honest. That's not true. That's not true. He can wiggle up to his corner and shoot. So that's what he'll do. He'll wiggle up to the corner and he'll shoot at these guys back there. So it's 3 shots hitting on 4s. All 3 hit, including 1 6. Uh, 2 of them get saved, 2 go through. So those 2 are both dead. Okay. Well, that's handy. And on that note, I think we will have our buddy here move up. Mr. Lizard. He will move up to that group and he'll hold that objective. Yeah, so it's going to be the end of the ally turn. Enemy turn, Mr. Bug here with his sniper rifle is going to shoot he's going to shoot at quality 2+. Whew, okay. He got a 6 for 1. Oh, I guess it's actually 3 attacks. Damn. All right, all 3 hit. So that's just AP 1. Mr. Lizard or Mr. Gator saves 1, takes 2. Gonna bring him to 6. Okay. And then the guy with the big claw chainsaw thing that's hiding behind the bug, he's gonna charge Mr. Gator. All right, let's see what kind of weapons he's got. He has attacks 3, great weapon at AP 4. Okay, ow. He's going to hit with one of them. Mr. Gator does not save it, bringing him to 7 wounds. All right, Mr. Gator's going to hit back, but now he's hitting on 5s because he already attacked this round. Or he's hitting on 6s. Not a single hit. And he has moved back. Okay. So that is the end of the enemy round. We have the sniper guy and that fancy fighter. And all my guys have taken a pretty good chunk of wounds. They really just have one unfortunate round of attacking and they could be gone. They're holding 1 objective at the moment, so not necessarily the best, but we're trying. We got to basically survive 2 more rounds, essentially. All right. Mr. Gator's had enough of this shit. He's going to try charging it again. Boom. And we're running the same number of attacks, man. Same number of attacks. Oh, holy. Yeah, I just had to share that. One attack went through. I mean, I got an extra, which also goes through. So that's two at least. Do they get saved? No. Alright, so that guy, the enemy at least has 2 wounds. Enemy is going to hit back with 3 attacks. Oh, I can't believe it literally. It was 8 freaking dice. And, oh. Alright, 2 attacks. 2 are hitting back at AP1 to Mr. Gator. Mr. Gator does not save either of them. That's going to bring Mr. Gator to 9 wounds. Does Mr. Gator have 9 wounds or 10 wounds? Let's go see. What is your toughness, Mr. Gator? Oh, he actually has 18 wounds. Holy shit. Wow. Okay. That's... I didn't realize heroes could have that many wounds in StarQuest. The more you know. I thought he was at 9 and he was dead. I was expecting Mr. Gator to die there. Interesting. Okay. Well, down here, I guess let's try to we'll get Mr. Gecko on this objective. He'll advance and get there. He's going to hold his position. He's going to try to heal himself before. Oh, nope, doesn't get it. So he's just going to hold position. Going to go over to the enemy turn. Let's see. This guy's going to shoot Mr. Gator. 3 shots. 2+. They all hit. So that's going to be Mr. Gator. Do any of them have AP? Yes, Mr. Gator doesn't save any of them. He's going to take 3 more wounds, putting him on 12 wounds. All right. This guy's going to charge in. 3 attacks. Hitting on 6s, though. 1 hit. Does Mr. Gator save it? He does. Mr. Gator hits back. Mr. Gator hits once back with AP2. Guy saves it, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Going over. Alertness 5. 1 more round. Our 2 guys at the bottom, they're pretty much going to hold their spots still. They're pretty much doing the same thing still. So what we'll do is we will actually... he'll try to heal himself once, which he gets it, so... Is my light at the bottom getting really dim, or is it just me? Interesting. And then I guess Mr. Gator's gonna charge in. Might as well. Alright. It's gonna be 5 hits. 3 of them get saved, 2 go through, which means he's still dead. Alright. And that's gonna be that. This guy's gonna shoot Mr. Gator. 3 hits, hitting on 2s. Okay, Mr. Gator takes all of them in the face. He now has 3. All right, that's going to move us over to the next wave. This is where we would spawn more stuff and move into round 4. I think I'm going to call it here. I do want to just see if this Mr. Gator can kill the bug, because the bug will kill Mr. Gator next turn. I'm just curious if Mr. Gator can kill him before that happens. So let's go ahead and let's charge Mr. Gator into the bug. blah. And then, just because it's fun to roll 8 dice at a time, that's what we'll do. Alright. Does the bug save it? No. Alright. So the bug would be dead. Mr. Gator would live on 3 wounds. And we would have spawned a whole bunch of stuff at the beginning of this round. Out of the fun of it, let's see what it will have generated for us. Okay, so we go to complete wave. We would have had 2 objectives at yeah, because each one's worth 2, so it's 2 times. So we would have gotten 6 experience. We would have gotten 8 experience. So let's say Mr. Gator gets half of that. And the other guys get 2. And just for the fun of it, generate. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. I like the ramping up difficulty of the waves. That's pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So, all right, so we did about 3 rounds, right? We did that in about hour-ish and change. As one person playing by myself and streaming, right? So, could definitely go faster. Um, for OPR, I do think that's a little slow. OPR generally plays really fast. You can get a game done in like 4 minutes. Or not 4 minutes, like 40 minutes. So like in the time that it took to play this, I could have essentially played 2 games of normal OPR. Is that a bad thing? Not necessarily. But I also don't know how thrilled I am with the time that takes. Um, because around like wave 3, like my guys are probably trying to escape the table already. It did a regular game of OPR, and it would have just gone faster. Um, I do like the defending the objectives thing. I think that's really neat. I like that a lot. Let's get all our heroes up here. Um, I don't think for StarQuest any of this carries over. So I don't think they get like any campaign stuff from this. I think you just get to play with your StarQuest guys, which is kind of weird. Because they reset them. So they're not really your StarQuest guys, right? Like it's just kind of like generic like starter guys and then they re-level up. Um I'm going to be totally honest, I don't think I like the re-leveling. Um yeah, I don't think I like that. Um yeah, I don't think I like the re-leveling. I think this would be neater if you played with your normal guys and every round there just was like buffs you could get. Um I think that would be kind of cooler. uh like every round, like your team got to pick like one buff or something like that. I think that would work really well for this, and would probably alleviate a little bit of the book work. Because I think doing this by hand without the app, um, is really klutzy. I think that would be very, very klutzy. Um, However, if it was a thing where just every round you got some kind of buff for your team, I think that would be really interesting. And it would feel more like your Star Quest guys, right? Like it was strange to go back to this guy for him not having the power knuckles anymore, for example, right? So that would be kind of weird, I think. Um, or I think that's kind of weird. So not a mega fan of the like attempted roguelike. I appreciate they tried something different. I think that's really cool, but I don't know if the landing stuck. As far as defending the objectives, I like that as a game mission mode a lot. I think that's cool. Um, I think if maybe you had like three objectives on a map and or and you were to defend them in just like a regular Star Quest mission, I think that would be pretty cool. Um, so I think I would definitely play Horde mode, like the Horde mode mission kind, but I don't think I would play the official Horde mode type. One, it takes very long. 10 rounds, you're talking several hours. Even if your team plays really quickly, you're still talking several hours. I am totally out of energy right now, and I've been playing for an hour and a half. I've been streaming for an hour and 45 minutes. I am completely fucking exhausted. Yes, that's because I'm neurodivergent and my brain is fucking garbage. But one of the reasons I like one page rules so much is because it caters to the fact that my brain is fucking garbage. Um, the rules are simple enough and have a low enough mental load that honestly, like, they work really well for me because my brain is trash. So, yeah, interesting stuff. I like this game mode. I'll definitely play the game mode again. I don't think I'll play official horde mode. Let me rephrase that. I'll play the mission type again. I don't think I'll play the game mode. But I appreciate that they're trying new things, even if this was a little bit of a miss for me. So, yeah. But yeah, next week we'll be back with more Star Quest, probably picking up our campaign again. Or we'll be building the new. No, not that one. God damn it, I knocked everything around. Or we'll be building the new fantasy death board. One of the two. New fantasy death cube I'm working on. Dude, he got to shoot, but that was cool to see. I've got to shoot. Yep. Always happy to show it off. I love one page rules, man. It's so good. Have a good one. I'm calling it there anyway. I gotta go eat me some lunch. It's already like 1 o'clock. I'm starving. All I've eaten today was a cream puff. So, but thank you guys for watching. Very cool. We'll be back next week with some more OPR or building the fantasy death cube. We'll see what we get up to. So, I think I might try to do a video in the middle of the week. My husband's on a weird schedule again, so I'm gonna have a bunch of time by myself again. So I think we'll probably try to do a video in the middle of the week building the death cube. But I'm calling it there. Thank you guys for watching.